G'day folks, as you can see I'm having some technical issues with my mate Jonesy, who's popping in and out like a, there we go, like a banshee on a, I don't know, what would you call it, how you going buddy?
Hello, hello.
Hello Jonesy, can you hear me? Uh, can anybody hear me? We know that Jonesy's there and I can see him from time to time, but just to say g'day, so first let me go into the chat. First we've got Jonesy saying g'day to everybody. We've got Michael Ann. Oh, Lower Michigan Hiking and Camping Adventures. Good to see you guys. Again, saying looking forward to watching, so this is awesome. We've got Peterson Farms of Nashville coming in there. G'day, folks. Nice to have you on board. Jonesy is saying g'day, and there we go. A bit more g'day backwards and forwards. G'day, Busby. How you going, Chris? Nice to see you there, buddy. And again, saying g'day to some people there. Flipping sides to say g'day to Sean's crew. Now have fun, guys. Well, we're going to have lots of fun with this chat, and if we can get Jonesy up and running properly, you never know. But just let us know if you can hear me or Jonesy or neither of us. That would be really awesome so that we can figure out what's going on here. Busby saying good day to Sean. That's awesome. Good morning from Lower Michigan Hiking and Camping Adventures. Good morning. It's actually 8 p.m. here, so good evening to you folks, and I hope everything's going well. We've got thanks for sharing, my friend. Jessica, welcome aboard, Jessica. How you doing? Nice to see you there. I hear you. Oh, thank you very much. You hear me, so that's fine. So it's got to be Jonesy who's got an issue. Dang, Aussie internet. Well, it's actually Tasmanian internet, because my internet is working relatively good, I think. I was before I ran the stream, I was running at 100 up, 106 up, and 20 down. So seems to be okay with me. Again, good day, mate, from Low Michigan Hiking. Loud and clear. Thank you, Peterson Farms. Jessica saying, "How are you, Governor?" Oh, Governor's in town. If it's who I think it is. Again, Jonesy missing in action. Yeah, he's having some technical issues, I think. G'day, Johnny Small Pepper. Welcome aboard, buddy. Thank you very much, Jessica. I'm glad you can hear me. Busby, Sean, I'm feeling grey today. Grey again. Why are you feeling grey? Who is grey? Take your dirty hands off grey. Come on. Crubby the Beagle. G'day, Radio. G'day, Crubby. How you going? G'day to Jonesy. Hello, Lower. Johnny Small Pepper saying g'day to Crubby. Hello, Peterson. Hello, Johnny Small Pepper. Hello, Busby. Lower Michigan. Lower Camping saying g'day to Crubby the Beagle. And finally, Peterson Farms. And Busby, I lost my bluish colour. Where did you lose it, mate? Do you want us to help you find it? Bye. Are you going, Jessica? You've been in for 5 minutes? Well, thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. Have an awesome day. I hope it's a good one for you. Okay. All right, folks. Don't know if Jonesy knows, but I'm going to ask you folks, what's the background? G'day, Cemeteries Down Under. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Jonesy dropping in to say g'day. We're actually waiting for Jonesy's um, where Jonesy, we're just waiting on Jonesy to actually get his iPad or whatever and bring himself up, and hopefully everything should be all right there. But Chris is saying, I don't know where it went. Um, Mate, have a look underneath the counter. G'day everyone from Cemeteries. Johnny Small Pepper saying g'day to Peterson. Peterson to Cemeteries. And Cemeteries to Johnny. Lower Michigan saying morning Peterson Farms. Krabby the Beagle is saying g'day to Cemeteries. And Cemeteries, g'day to Krabby. So there we go. All people saying g'day to each other, which is awesome. Okay, so for those that are familiar or may not be familiar, what's the site in the background? Where are we today? Cemetery saying g'day to Lower Michigan, and Cemetery saying g'day to Patterson. Jonesy is trying on his iPad, which will be awesome, because I think he'll get closer to his modem that way. And Lower Michigan and Camping Adventures saying g'day to Cemeteries Down Under, and Peterson saying g'day to Lower Michigan. So everybody's saying g'day to everybody, which is awesome to see. So, where are we? What is the place that is behind us in the thumbnail? If you know, put it in the chat. If you don't know, you will be enlightened later on. Low Michigan is saying, beautiful community we have here. Yes, we do. We're an awesome crowd, and hopefully everything works according to plan. Would love it if it does. Busby saying, nope, it's not in Helping Hands Cruisers. What's not there? Oh, you didn't find it in the Helping Hands? Well, you shouldn't be blue, because that's good, you know. Peterson saying g'day to Cemeteries Down Under. I mean, you know that song, I'm Blue, yeah, but... well, there we go. The Odd Collective alternate. G'day, Jonesy. Well, g'day, Odd Collective. We're still waiting on Jonesy to come up. He's trying on his iPad, so we'll wait and see what happens. Daniel Fields. G'day, Daniel. Welcome aboard, mate. How are you? Hey, Daniel, did you go on the Vloggers Cruise? Would have been great if you did, but hey, we'll see what happens. Cemeteries are saying g'day to Odd Collective. G'day, Lillian. How are you? Nice to have you here. We're just waiting on Radio Jonesy to actually get his iPad working and pop on in, and that'll be awesome. Hey, wait. I found it. Thanks. Awesome, mate. Where did you find it? Okay, Daniel, how was the Vloggers? Was it as good as everybody reckons? I mean, you were there with a great bunch of people too, I would say. G'day to Daniel. G'day to everyone missed. The only person we're missing right now is Jonesy missing in action. So there we go. Okay, so, yes, so, what is the place that is behind me in the background? Okay, Stream Elements is saying welcome to brunch with... No, it's not brunch. I have to change something there. Stream Elements, why did I forget you? Did everything else but Stream Elements. So we'll fix that in about 2 seconds. There we go. And we should have a message coming up shortly. So Jones is saying check out his other bot. He's got another channel up there. I think that's Indie Radio, that one. Okay, Daniel is saying Vloggers was really great fun. Great meeting everyone. It was a lot to handle, so many people. So did you get to meet everybody? Did you have the opportunity? Yes, Cemeteries. It is Tasmania. The question is, which city or which town? Busby is saying it was under the sink in Helping Hands for Cruising. Oh, I'm so glad you found it. I'm so glad, because I would have wondered where Blue would have gone. So I'm glad you found it. Lillian, g'day to Busby. G'day, Lorraine. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. We're getting a few in today, which is lovely. And please spread it around. We want a few more. Now, if you have the opportunity, as soon as Jonesy comes on in, um, well done, girl or bloke. Well done. It is the city of Hobart. Hobart is the capital of Tasmania. And so it's quite a lovely town. There you go. We might learn a little bit more if we can get Jonesy up. Busby is saying g'day to Lily. Now, Daniel is saying you had the opportunity to meet most all of them, if not all. Some were more available than others, or maybe they didn't hang out in the same types of places. You had to hunt. Well, that's cool, because it means that you got to meet a bucket load of people no matter where you went. So that sounds like it was a fun time. Question, who did you spend most of your time with? Busby to Lorraine, g'day. Travelling with Lorraine is saying it's my happy 21st, Lorraine. Happy 21st. And if your mother was here, I would say happy Labour Day to your mother. But no, happy 21st birthday. Wishing you only great things to come. Lower Michigan is saying I have to get around for work. We'll watch in the replay later, guys. Love you all from Lower Michigan. Well, thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. And you take it easy. Have an awesome day. Cemeteries, it is beautiful. Yes, it is. And it looks absolutely exquisite too. Busby, happy birthday to Lorraine. Yep. Hello, Lorraine from Lillian. G'day, Jamaican Farmers Hut. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you on board. Cemeteries Down Under, happy birthday. Lillian, happy birthday, Lorraine. Cemeteries High, Jamaica Farms. Lorraine, I know I have 21 wrinkles. No, 21 birthdays. There you go. You don't get a day over 21. You don't look it. Well, okay, shut up, Sean. Take care, Lower Michigan. And Lower Michigan is saying, thanks, family. Later. Have an awesome day. We'll catch you later. Lorraine is saying, thank you, everyone. So, there we go. A birthday, huh? It's sodding season. There we go. Sodding session. Well, mate, if you can make it, you make it. What's my favourite Aussie food? Well, Chris, let me say it's not Vegemite. Probably the Aussie pie would be one of my favourites. And some of my most favourite is not actually an Aussie dish. It's actually a South African dish. So there we go. It's called boerewors. Farmer sausage, boerewors. Won't connect. Oh, that's a pain in the rear end. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say, mate. I seem to be running and everything seems to be okay. So maybe we just figure out a way to actually get you keep on. I'll keep you up. So we'll see how we go. Jonesy's headed to the room, so the iPad won't work. He's working on his laptop, see what goes on there. Maybe he shuts a couple things down just to get onto the chat. Well, I don't know. We've got an hour to kill, so see how we go. So, yes, for those that are not Hobart residents, how many of you have actually been to Hobart? How many of you would actually like to spend some time there? So let's see in the chat. Daniel is saying, have to run, just awake for a few. It's just after 1 a.m. here. Mate, thank you for popping in. Please have a very pleasant, restful night. And we'll catch you another time. Cemeteries, you're based up in Queensland, isn't that right? You're up near Brizzy, aren't you? Jonesy, try shutting down and restarting, says Busby. So you never know. Try that, Jonesy. See how that goes. Oh, my. So here's what Jonesy. Listen to this. Oh, Cemeteries is in Sydney. Okay, that's cool. You guys have had some good weather over the last couple of days, so I see. So Evie Muck says your speaker Stephen Jones probably has an old Android version that may cause quality issues. So, mate, you're old, or is it your equipment? I don't know. Miss D. Pascal Pocross. Hi, all. Welcome aboard, Miss D. How you doing? Nice to see you. A g'day from Cemeteries. Been lovely. Yeah, you've had great weather. What? It's been awesome. Stream Elements is saying, welcome to the Aussie joint venture with Radio Jonesy and the Downunder Cruisers. If you like what you see, please sub and like and comment. Now, look, if you like us, a thumbs up. If you don't like us, give us 2 thumbs down. We don't mind. Miss D says that she's all good, which is awesome. And hi, yeah, to Cemeteries. Okay. So one of the things I was going to chat about today was, I don't know if you guys have seen Jonesy's latest video that he put out. It was with the Norwegian Spirit leaving Bernie. If you haven't seen that video, folks, you have got to see that video. First of all, he's put some great music to it, but second of all, it's bloody awesome. You get such a great view of the ship leaving, and what he's done with some of the video, I'm quite impressed. So if you have a chance, have a look at it, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a whatever, and I think you'll like it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Just let me see what else is happening there. Okay, so we've got that going on there. Let's see who's in Jonesy. Okay. Oh, fair bit of people up in Jonesy's chat, so that's good. Cemeteries, when was the last time you were in Hobart and what was the reason? Busby is saying, Shauna, took some thinking, but I decided to give you a thumbs up. Mate, I'm so pleased it took some thinking, and I'm even more excited at the fact that you did thumbs up. What can I say? It's all about people being together. And so, mate, I want to thank you from the heart of my bottom. I mean, the bottom of my heart, for giving me the thumbs up. You never know where and how far that might go. So, really appreciate it. Has anybody been anywhere else around Tasmania? Because we don't call it the Apple Isle for nothing. It is actually quite an exquisite island. Lillian is saying, well, good night, everyone. Time for me to sleep. Lillian, thank you for popping in. Really appreciate the support you've given. And you have a very restful sleep. And hopefully we'll catch you in your morning. Crabby the Beagle, g'day Jamaican. Hello, Miss D. Cemetery said she went with her hubby for their wedding anniversary. It was in 2020, just before the pandemic. Man, that must have been awesome. Did you only go to Hobart, or did you do, say, Launceston or Burnie or anywhere else in Tassie? How did it go? Did you go to one place? Did you travel? How was the trip? Really, what we want to do is we want to try and get those of you who are across the pond to come to our side of the pond and have a good visit and see what places where Jonesy is living and others are living. So come on over. Busby saying goodnight to Lily. Mystique is giving a hand wave to Crubby. Busby, the only time he has seen Tasmania is watching the Sandvan channel. Well, mate, keep watching. Jonesy's saying he has to drop you out of the room so that he can come back fresh. All right, mate, I shall drop you out. Actually, you're not in. You're not in. But let me do this. I will take you out of the layer. I'll remove you from the scene. There you go. And do that. And then let's see what happens. I will send you another invite, Jonesy. Let me just copy this. And I'll send you another invite, mate. And let's see how that goes. There we go. See how that goes. And then when you come on in, we'll give this another go. All right. Other exciting stuff. So let's see, what other comments have we got there? We've got, let's see. Nightbot is saying, check out his other channel, and I think that's Indie TV. Lorraine is saying she has Tasmania on her bucket list. Man, I'll tell you what, you're going to love it. It's really quite exquisite. A little bit different to Florida, I will say. A little bit different to Texas. Stream Element is saying links to the Downunder Cruisers. There's the link, the YouTube link. So I'll leave that up for just a touch. Let you have a look at it. Okay, now cemeteries. We only went for 2 days in Hobart and did a tour, but have been on a road trip down the east side before 1997 and drove from Launceston to Port Arthur. Hey, what did you think of Port Arthur? I mean, that's got to be the most amazing place, filled with all sorts of emotions, I reckon. Busby is saying g'day to Krubby. Busby is also saying g'day to Jonesy, so we're just waiting. Nightbot is saying check out Busby's channel. Now, interestingly enough, folks, go into Jonesy's channel, type the word radio, and up will come your link. Type in the word radio, and up will come your link. Okay, that's just cool, isn't it? Cemeteries was saying loved it, but it was more sad than spooky. Yeah, I know, especially with the history that was recently. What was it, 1970? Was it late 70s, early 80s that the shooting came on? So there's that. Yep. Lorraine, I like dark, forbidding forests and farmland. Yes, Tasmania is a bit like that. There's a lot of forbidding stuff. There we go, guys. I typed it in, and it gave my my link. Except it wasn't the URL. It doesn't pick on the updated URL. It just picks on the original. So there we go. Busby did it again. He typed in radio in Jonesy's chat, and next we will get Busby's link coming up. So, folks, if you have the opportunity, just and you see a channel here you don't know, please go in there, have a chat, and see how you go. Okay, so Cemeteries is saying it was in 1997. She went 5 months after, as she had already a holiday booked. Okay, just after, what was it like? It must have been rather stressful, I reckon. Lots of things going there. Busby, Sean, yours is broken. My what is broken? Now don't get dirty. My what is broken? Peterson is saying, everyone have a great day, off to work I go. Mate, have a very safe day at work. Please, hopefully no injuries. And you get home safe and sound. Now, Jonesy, you've probably got an old an old Android version. That's what EVMux is saying. So you might want to update Chrome maybe. Busby is saying $1,000,000. You're right, it is broken. I didn't get $1,000,000. I wish I had $1,000,000. Your radio is broken, Sean. Yes, my radio is broken. Hashtag $1,000,000. That's cool. All right. So there we go. There's Hobart at its finest. It is awesome. It is a lot of cruise ships go in there, and I don't know if you can see, but we've got a cruise ship there in the background, and I was trying to actually get it checked out, so there we go. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm just having a look at the chat. Okay, Cemeteries are saying very sad. They handed out pamphlets to not ask staff about it as they had lost workmates. The cafe was still there at the time and the staff looked really haunted. I wanted to cry for them. I fully understand that. Jonesy, I know you're saying you're backstage, but what I'm going to suggest to you is remove any version of EVMux you've got and come back in again, because it doesn't show me that you're backstage. So that's the best way to do that. Remove any version of EVMux and then come bring it back in again. And what I'll do is I'll resend the link because I actually don't see you backstage. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, and that was actually the catalyst. Port Arthur was the catalyst for Australian gun control, and we were rather excited to actually see that happen. Let me do this, Jonesy. Let me do this, and I'll do it through Messenger, and try and get you back up again. There you go. Do it that way, and then send it and see what happens. There we go. Hopefully you get to see that one, and that might work. Okay. Miss D is saying hi to Pedersen Farms. So that's awesome. And so what we're going to be doing in future shows with Jonesy in the short term is we're going to go do the tour around Australia. But first videos we will do will be of Tasmania, so people can get to see that lovely state. And then what we will do is move on further up around Australia. So we'll then move in from Tassie. We'll have done Melbourne. We'll then move on to, well, we have done Melbourne. That was one of the first. We'll then move into Sydney and then move up the coast, get to show places where we're going and where people are going. Okay, so there we go. We have been having tons of mass shootings recently. Lorraine, I only have one answer, and unfortunately, your gun control will not let me have my say, and possibly YouTube may shut me down for it, because they might be complaining that I'm playing a political game. But the truth of the matter is, you guys need to learn how to control your guns, and that is just, I can understand somebody having buckshot to go and do some hunting. I can understand somebody having a sidearm, as in a pistol, but I cannot understand why anybody would have one of those paramilitary weapons, you know, like an R19 or whatever they are, to do whatever it is they want to do. It just does not make sense to me. So there we go. It is what it is. And the biggest thing that I believe is the downfall you guys have is It is in your constitution. It's not in ours, but it's in yours. Um, so we're saying g'day to cemeteries. So cemeteries are saying g'day to Busby as well. So there you go. So now, Jonesy, I got another message saying that you're using an old Android version. So maybe your computer needs an update. Maybe you need to update Chrome or use another. Although they like Chrome, but use another browser or something. But there we go. I'm getting messages to say that you're using an older version. All of a sudden, we've got issues. Nothing's changed unless you haven't done any updates. Um, so, Port Arthur, an interesting place. It is one of the saddest places of Australian history. There have been a number of other things that have gone on um, throughout Australian history, and some of those have been just as sad as well. But it does not mean to say that you guys do not need to come down here. We really want you guys. Um, yep, g'day Jonesy from Cemeteries. We want you guys down here. We want you up and looking at our beautiful city, beautiful cities, our fantastic country. And for those across the pond, you really need to come and experience an Aussie Christmas. Chris is saying if they changed it to be unlawful for us to have those weapons, the people that don't follow the law still would. We understand that, and we have the same issue here, but at the end of the day, our mass crime rate is a damn sight less than yours. We don't have the same number of weapons around, and at the end of the day, it's not about using the weapon. It's about negotiation, and it's about discussion, and there are better ways to handle things. But I mean, that's my beef, and unfortunately, Port Arthur brought that along. We do have very tough gun laws, but then again, with our tough gun laws, how many mass shootings have we had in the last 40 years? One or two? I mean, it started off with, as far back as I can remember, it started off with the Russell Street bombing. That was a bombing. Then it went on to Port Arthur, and then not much else. We might have had riots, but we haven't had those sort of big catastrophes. And if we have had gang warfare, well, then that's just been it's just been in the warfare. It's just been amongst the gang members themselves. Busby saying, okay, that's the last political comment I will say. Sorry, Sean, mate. You are entitled to your opinion, and we actually don't mind if you have your opinion. We just don't understand it. Cemeteries are saying she actually likes the tough gun laws. You don't hear of the school shootings here, and that's the thing, Okay, whilst I was in Florida, I did feel relatively safe. But again, I was always thinking, oh, okay, do I say things? Do I do things out of place? And hopefully I don't upset anybody. Because I don't want to get shot. I mean, you live with it, right? Anyway, it is what it is. Still no luck, Jonesy. I'm sorry to say that, mate. But let's hope that you get things up and running fairly soon. Maybe you need to buy a Mac or something, Oops. Larry from Plum Travellers isn't here to give me a bit of a serve. Also, folks, part of Australian history is the number of migrants that have come to this country. Pretty much the same as the US, the number of migrants that have come in. although a lot of our migrants came in as prisoners, and places like Melbourne and um, um, okay, weapons keep people safe. Locks don't. Um, yeah, whilst I understand that, Busby, we actually don't have the weapons to have to keep locked, if you know what I mean. So we don't look at it from that point of view. For us, if you have a weapon, that's a worry. My weapon is my two hands. I'd rather, if I was to meet you in a dark alley, I'd rather have a fisticuffs fight with you. And if I really stepped out of line, I would get the thumping I deserved, not the thumping, not lead poisoning. But anyway, I mean, like I say, I'm not gonna carry this on a bit further, because I know that I'll lose a bucket load of. We've already lost the whole heap, so I'm going to lose a bucket load more, and I don't want to do that. Jonesy's saying maybe he'll get in. We'll see. Lorraine, we would definitely feel safer in your country, Sean. I can understand that. And Lorraine is saying my parents were German and went to Boneglia, oh, Bonegilla camp in Victoria. That must have been a rather interesting thing. Yeah, Busby, and that's the problem. You don't fist fight anymore. Well, we don't fist fight much here because you get a whole group of people around and somebody's got a video, and you do the videoing, and then somebody goes to jail. So, yeah. But at the end of the day, people have exciting times. Using weapons, we kind of figure is dangerous. You know that even using, for me to do martial arts here, I need to have special licenses to carry certain weapons, and those weapons cannot be the real thing. For example, I cannot have a Japanese sword, a katana. I cannot have a set of nunchucks, the wooden fighting sticks. I can't have those. I cannot have a sai. I've got to have them all in plastic, or I've got to have them so that they do not do any severe damage. So it makes it interesting. And even if you're using the plastic nunchuckers to practice with, or to do things with, or the tonfa, the plastic tonfa, which is a stick on with a handle, even if I use those, I have got to have a special license to actually use them for training, and they have to be kept under lock and key. You cannot take those out and use them out in the street. It becomes a serious offence. So there we go. What other beautiful places will you be showing us, Sean? So, Busby, you're on, mate. I would rather share a huge please do not tell me Foster's. Please do not tell me Foster's. That stuff is it's disgusting. Well, one of the lovely cities that I'm going to show you is a city called Adelaide. I don't know if you guys remember Arthur from Arthur's Cruisers. Adelaide is what they call the city of churches, and that place is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful, as well as Perth. Oh, thank God for that, Busby, not Foster's, mate. I'll drink 4X with you. And no, 4X is not a condom, it is a beer. It's made up in Queensland, and it does have 4 X's on it. And the can is actually yellow in colour. So we'll be looking at Adelaide. We'll be looking at Perth, which is the most... we'll also look at Fremantle, Perth, and basically along the coastline. Australia does have some amazing territory along the coastline. It also has some incredible territory right in the middle. A place called Alice Springs, and Alice Springs is just outside of our rock. The rock is called Uluru. Okay, here's a question for anybody who is not Australian. What was Uluru's previous name? Cemeteries are saying she's at work and so we'll have to go, but wanted to say hi and hope you all have a great day or night. Cemeteries, likewise, thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your feedback. And you have a safe night tonight. Jonesy's favourite beer? Well, not his favourite, but his choice. 4X. Now, Fat Yak is not bad. Fat Yak is not a bad drink. I've tried it, had a go at it, and we do have Fat Yak here too. So that is not a bad lager. Stream Elements is giving us the link to Helping Hands for Cruising. Folks, if you do have an opportunity, have a look at the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channel, as well as the website. The idea is that what we want to do is we want to raise some funds so that we can put people on board cruise ships. And the criterion for them going on the cruise ship is that they've never been able to sail. Those of us who've had the luck and the privilege of going on a cruise ship will know just how fantastic it really is. And so we're looking at this weekend, we're doing a cruise-a-thon. And so if you actually feel the need, see the QR code over here, folks. If you were to just click on that QR code, we would appreciate a donation to that so that we can get some more people on cruise ships. It's going to be awesome. So Cemeteries is saying thank you, take care, till next time. We certainly look forward to seeing you next week, Cemeteries, and thanks for popping in. Egg Rock, no, although it does look like an egg. Jonesy is saying 4X Gold is his favourite. So there we go. Nightbot is saying check out the channel. Again, I think that is the Radio Indie, which is a good channel to look at. And by the way, if you jump onto Jonesy's channel, that's Radio Jonesy, and you type in radio, it'll drop your link. So there we go. Busby is saying that Yuengling is a good English beer. Yeah. What is it? What's its claim to fame? Is it a lager, a stout? What is it? What's its claim to fame? Good on you, Miss D. You will see your details come up within the next couple of seconds. So that'll be nice to see you up there. And what do you know? Nightbot did not call me a liar. There you go. If you feel the need, please go in and check out Miss D. She will actually love it. Cool, hey? Jonesy is correcting me. It is Australian Radio Indie. Good on you, Jonesy. I know you're trying, mate. I can just see you trying there. You're almost in. It keeps on popping in and popping out. You're almost in. And what do you know? We've had 44 minutes of production, so hopefully you get in there shortly, so people can actually see what you look like. Also, a bit more of history. We'll actually try and take you around Sydney and show you places around Sydney.